All right guys, working the drill for this week for the guard pass. We're gonna start the solo drill, then I'll show you with Professor Joe. Starting in the closed guard, I'm gonna have great posture with my head and my shoulders above my hips. My hands would go naturally to the middle of their body. So from here, I'm gonna initiate the knee opening of their guard. So I'll open and slide my knee right in the middle of their body. From here, I can start to turtle my back as I push them away. As soon as I feel their guard open up behind my back, my elbows are gonna come to my waist. I pommel my arms underneath and I lock my hands into a gable grip position low on their thighs, right where their body bends. So from this position, as I start to drive with my shoulders, I'm gonna walk my knees up underneath their hips and sit in a nice, comfortable, neutral position. Since I've got their legs on each side of my head, my knees underneath their body like a ramp, and their hips controlled tight to my body, I'm gonna have ultimate control of their core. So from this position, I'm gonna initiate the pass. I'm gonna take my hand, it's gonna reach across and up, so I grab on the anterior of their hamstring right below their knee. From here, I'm gonna pinch my elbow tight to my body, controlling their legs, starting to rotate their hips. My other hand is gonna drive across their body to a thumb inside grip on their lapel. As soon as I make that thumb inside grip on their lapel, I make a fist. I'm gonna step up with the same side arm that's controlling that cross grip. From here, I'm gonna drive my knee to the ground. As I do that, I continue to turn their knees. If they fall off at this time, that's fine. I continue to control. If you wanna start attack from this position, you can initiate the paper cutter choke. If I release the legs, I can come under their arm to aid, or I can come to a normal side control position. Again, from this position, I start in the closed guard. I'm gonna work to open their guard with the knee in the middle. So with my posture, knee out, knee in the middle, turtle my back until I can feel their guard opening. I'm pushing their hips to the ground and away from me, maneuvering my body off of that pin, pinning their hips to the ground. As soon as I feel their guard open, my hands rotate up as I bring my elbows to my waist, rotating my hands underneath to a gable grip position. Immediately driving with my shoulders, walking my knees forward as I lift their hips, forcing them to do like a backwards roll. But they can't because I'm controlling them, so I set them down on top of my legs like a ramp. From this position, I'm gonna reach across to the anterior of their outside hamstring, and I'm gonna pull the knee down a little bit as I bring my elbow to my waist. My opposite hand is gonna slide up the lapel and make a thumb inside grip. I step up with the same side. If I have the ability to staple the arm down as I can, I continue to do so. Again, the legs may fall off. If they do, I still control them tight to my body. I can initiate the paper cutter choke, or release the legs, assist with an underhand of the arm, far side, or go to a good side control position. I can also continue with knee on belly, attacking that top side arm, but that's a class for another day, guys. With Professor Joe, it would look like this. From this closed guard position, I've got great posture with my head and my shoulders over my hips, hands controlling his waist. Knee out, knee in the middle, and I work to open his guard. As soon as I feel it open, my palms come to my head as I rotate my arms, and I gable grip it low, low, low on his waist. I drive with my shoulders. I try to roll him backwards and put him on the ramp of my legs. So his hips are sitting on top of my knees. From this position, I reach across to the anterior of the hamstring and start to pull as my hand slides up the lapel and I make a thumb inside fist grip on the lapel. I step with the same side. If I have the ability to pin the arm down, I do, and I can control as I start to initiate the paper cutter choke. My knee is still behind their hips, keeping their hip off the ground as I attack the neck. I can release the arm, come underneath to assist, other side, or drop into a good side control position, still maintaining the staple. Wrist lock on the back side. If I want to continue my attack, arm bar, key lock, wrist lock on the top side arm. Sideways, guys, different angle. This is what it would look like. Again, good posture, knee out, knee in the middle, open as soon as I feel. Palms to me as I rotate, locking my hands low, rolling him back. From this position, I'm gonna work to grab either side. I'm in a neutral spot here. So I'll grab on the anterior of the hamstring, start to pull my elbow to my waist. My hand finds that lapel as it slides up, a thumb inside grip, making a fist where my hands can touch the ground. I step with that same side of the choking arm as I start to rotate my body. Again, my knee is behind his butt, keeping his hips off the ground. His legs on my face are irrelevant at this point. If I pull them to the side, I can still continue to choke with the paper cutter choke. If I release the legs, I can come underneath to support, under, or to a good side control position. If I continue with the knee on belly, I can sit up to the straight arm lock, rotate to the key lock, or wrist lock on both sides. All right, guys. That is our position for this week. Get practicing.